Would you look at that? 0 likes and 2 dislikes and 0 comments. Wonder why that would be. Oh wait, is it because YouTube keeps turning off my fucking comments? Even after I explicitly turned it back on like 5 times already? Yeah, they still keep turning off my fucking comments for that one fucking video. I don't know why. They have not done this with any other video I made. Yeah, no other video have they done this with. Just turn off my fucking comments repeatedly after I keep returning it back on. Like that's literally what happened. And I don't know why they're doing that, man. They have not sent me any type of notification, not even a warning like, oh, well, we're gonna have to turn off your comments here because your video is bad and it violates our bullshit terms of service. No, not even. They never communicated that they turn off my comments in any way, in any type of like notification form. They just turn off my fucking comments without even telling me why. And every time I try to return it back on, they just turn it back off again. Like I this is weird, man. I've never had this happen with any other video. Like, what's up with that shit? But anyways, this video, I've obviously gotten some quote unquote negative feedback in the forms of 2 people sending me dislikes here, but nobody's ever actually clearly communicated why they disliked the video. All right. And that video, what was it about? All right. Let's have a look. All right. The title is Man Talk Women Who Harass People for Getting Periods, then complain about the periods. So yeah, and to sum it up as quickly as possible, basically the point of that video was I was talking about this trend where there's a lot of women, okay, biological women, who will talk down to, berate, harass, and belittle people who don't get their periods, right? But then those same exact women will turn around and complain about their periods. So it's like they complain about their periods, but then talk down to, belittle, and harass people who don't get their periods. And what are some examples of this? Great fucking question. I got a great fucking answer for you. All right. There's a trend. Let me just start with a scene from Game of Thrones, okay? Now, yeah, I get that Game of Thrones is a fictional story, but this one scene in particular portrays a very realistic trend that happens all the fucking time, right? It was when Cersei, a fucking middle-aged nasty hag, chose to, I guess, talk down to and belittle this fucking teenage kid because she didn't get her period yet. And I'm thinking, wow, what a dumb little cunt. And that's perfectly portrays what a lot of women are like. Not all women, but a lot of women are in fact like this. Okay, so they target and harass like other biological women who don't get their periods yet. And they also target and harass who else? Transgender people. Yes, transgender women. They say, oh, you're not a real woman because you don't menstruate. It's like, really? Really? You're going to talk down to, berate, and harass fucking a marginalized minority group, okay, with a very high suicide rate. You're gonna beat down and harass them because they don't have what you're complaining about having. That's pathetic. That is really fucking pathetic and sick. You dumb little cunt face. Oh, is that mean and offensive? Well, you know what? I think it's mean and offensive when you choose to target people and bully them and harass them because they don't have what you're complaining about having. I think that's pretty mean. And a little while back, I saw this documentary about certain intersex conditions, all right? And I saw this one type of intersex condition. It's called intersex condition. It's called androgen insensitivity syndrome, all right? Now, there's like a couple different variations, but like it's basically where somebody is genetically male, right? They have XY chromosomes, except they have a mutation which makes their body insensitive to androgens or male chemicals, right? And so they develop pretty female anatomically, but again, there's different variations of it, right? There's different variations. Like there's complete androgen insensitivity syndrome, which is where their body is completely unresponsive to androgens, and they'll basically develop a vagina, and But here's the thing: they will not develop a uterus or fallopian tubes, but they will have like internal testes. Um, I guess maybe you could say that they're ovary-like structures. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but anyways, if I understand correctly, I'm pretty sure that's what complete androgen insensitivity syndrome. Here's the thing: these people are usually identified as female at birth. Even medical doctors will identify these people as female at birth usually, right? Because if you just look externally, they look pretty anatomically female. But if you look at their genes and some of their internal anatomy, maybe they're not so much, right? They're intersex. And there's also partial androgen insensitivity syndrome, which is like a variation, right? It's basically where they have a gene or a mutation, or whatever you want to call it, that makes them like partially sensitive to androgens. You know what I mean? Partially sensitive or partially responsive to male chemicals. So they basically develop, I guess, more like ambiguous anatomy, if you know what I mean. But yeah, either way, either if it's complete androgen insensitivity syndrome or partial androgen insensitivity syndrome, these people typically have a female or female leaning brain chemistry, right? And those who have complete androgen insensitivity syndrome, they are, typically identified as female at birth, right? Because they appear to have a vagina, but obviously if you're to look at their internal anatomy, and look at their genes, you realize that they're actually intersex. But partial androgen insensitivity syndrome, it's like, these poor fucking people usually have their asshole parents do some medically unnecessary, extreme medical procedure to rearrange their genitalia to make them either more male or female. Because again, their anatomy's pretty ambiguous. If it's like the partial androgen sensitivity variation, their anatomy's usually pretty ambiguous, and their asshole parents will like forcefully do these dangerous medical procedures, and in many cases, these poor kids lose a lot of fucking, nervous tissue, right? And in some cases, they can't get orgasms, So, okay, asshole parents, what is up with this trend where like these fucking spoiled brat, entitled fucking self-absorbed idiots will like do all these fucking dangerous genital medical experiments on their fucking kids when it's medically unnecessary, right? Now look, if like on a non-consenting infant, right? Like it's one thing if a consenting adult wants to have, some kind of medical treatment like that. It's fine if one of these people with partial androgen sensitivity syndrome, if they as an adults want to, give informed consent to have some kind of surgery to change the genitals, that's fine, okay? It's fine if a consenting adult does it to themselves, but you should never impose that upon a fucking non-consenting infant. And that includes circumcision, by the way. How many of these fucking, Bible-thumping Christian idiots who want to say, oh, we can't have, all these fucking teenage kids do these fucking, HRT shit. It's the kids, man, we gotta protect the kids. Okay, how many of those same fucking assholes will speak out against circumcision? Hardly not none of them. Vast majority of these assholes, they themselves will impose, a fucking unnecessary circumcision on their fucking male children. And they'll also impose unnecessary genital rearrangement of their kids that are intersex, right? Okay, why not just wait till the kids are, adults, and then they can decide for themselves, hey, do I want a circumcision as an adult? Do I want to have, if I'm intersex, do I want to have, some kind of genital rearrangement surgery? Yes, I think that adults should be able to choose for themselves, okay? But these fucking breediots should never be allowed. They should not even be allowed to force that upon a non-consenting infant. You know what I mean? And by the way, when it comes to teens, transgender teens who want to use HRT, statistically speaking, it actually decreases the rate at which they commit suicide. Yes, if you allow, trans teens to have access to HRT treatment, on average, they will commit suicide less, all right? So now I think we should be careful. We should watch about over-prescribing these medications. I think there should be like a pretty reasonable type of, evaluation or screening for gender dysphoria. But so long as there's a reasonable type of evaluation, protocol, and whatnot, Yeah, I think that transgender teens should have access to HRT treatment if they want it. That should be an option, right? So yeah, back to that documentary about androgen insensitivity syndrome that I was talking about earlier. Okay, and guess what? I'm watching this fucking documentary. I'm thinking, holy fuck, these women, and I do consider them to be women, they do not menstruate, right? Obviously, they can't because they don't have a uterus. So they don't menstruate, and they probably have gotten a lot of flack from biological women for it. Okay, these intersex women have gotten so. I can pretty much guarantee you that basically all of them have gotten a lot of flack from biological women. They feel very self conscious and put down by biological women because they don't have what these nasty cunt face cunts are complaining about having. Yeah. And I never said all women do this. I never said all biological women do this, but a good percentage of them do in fact do this. And those of you out there who aren't gonna do this bullshit, you need to cut it out right fucking now. You need to cut it out right fucking now. You do, okay? You fucking do. You fucking cunt. Because what you're doing is so horribly wrong, and before you preach all this thick skin bullshit, let me remind you that you don't have thick skin, okay? You're probably going to get very offended by the mean words I'm saying in this video right now. You're probably already very offended. So, okay, you don't have thick skin, you fucking cunt. So stop harassing people with medical problems, you cunt face. You cunt face cunt, alright? So yeah, watching that documentary on intersex conditions and learning about that one specific intersex condition, it reminded me of this trend that a lot of biological women do, where they're not these kind-loving empath woman, empath mothers. They're these evil, sadistic pricks who harass people and bully them, and they're really not loving empaths at all. And like all bullies, they play the victim when you stand up to them. Yeah, you stand up to these bullies, and they freak the fuck out and play the victim, okay? And they usually have some beta simp man enabling them. Yeah, they probably have some boyfriend or husband or just some random dude in general who wants a piece of their nasty cunt, right? Who's there to enable them. Yeah, toxic women oftentimes get enabled by beta simp men with no sense of morality, right? They'll let their nasty cunt do whatever the fuck they want, and they will not grow a backbone to stand up to her. But if anybody else stands up to her, oh, now he grows a backbone, and now he flips shit, because he's a fucking cunt. A beta simp cunt. And it's just like, what the hell, what the fuck? Women getting enabled by beta simp men is a very serious problem in our society, okay? Toxic women specifically. I'm not saying all women are like this. Never said all women, okay? Never said all women. But yeah, toxic women specifically who get enabled by beta simp men specifically. Yes, those people are kind of dumb, all right? They gotta stop it, okay? Y'all gotta stop it. What the fuck, And holy shit, holy shit. So biological women typically want to, toxic biological women specifically, pretty much across the board, will love to yak and carry on about how there's these kind-loving empaths because of their vagina. Oh, I got a cunt, so assume that I'm a amazing empath, loving woman empath, all right? That's what these cunt faces will do, all right? But if you look at their actions, you see, holy fuck, they do lots of fucked up shit, And then if you hold them accountable for it, they'll probably say what? Oh, well, it's just my female biology. It's just my chemicals. It's my female chemicals. Well, hang on a minute, you dumb cunt. I thought that earlier you were telling me and everybody that you're such a kind, loving empath, a woman empath, because you're cunt, because you're fucking female empathy, motherly love. But then when you do the exact opposite and you act like a total evil cunt face cunt, then you want to tell me and everyone, oh, well, please excuse me, it's my female biology. My female biology makes me act like an evil cunt, and you just got to put up with it. Yeah, which one is it, right? Which one is it? Which one is it? Which one is it? You fucking cunt. Oh my fucking God. And if anybody's what? I said mean words. I said profane, bad language. You know what? Don't you think these assholes deserve it? These ableistic, lying, fake empath women, these toxic women. Don't you think they deserve worse than me saying cunt to them a billion times? They deserve way worse, in my opinion, because what they're unremorsefully doing is so terribly wrong. Okay, they are ableists who are harassing, people with medical problems, like, yeah, they're harassing intersex people, they're harassing, other biological women who just get their periods late, they're harassing transgender people. And yeah, transgender people, you're probably wondering if I think that's a medical condition. Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's brain intersex, right? It's someone whose brain chemistry is chemically a different, brain chemistry is a different gender than the rest of their anatomy. Yeah, and science has proven this. There's been all sorts of experiments and brain chemistry brain scans and whatnot done and they have like looked at people's brains through various methods, and we're like, holy fuck, this person actually does have a male brain chemistry in a female body, or vice versa, So yeah, I do consider it to be a medical condition. I don't think that's offensive or transphobic, or that in any way, shape, or form minimizes or invalidates trans people. In fact, no, I think it further validates trans people, and it further justifies them, getting treatment for their, brain intersex, right? It's basically saying, yes, I have a brain chemistry that's not chemically aligned with the rest of my body, so we don't really have the means to change my brain chemistry, so how about we just, get the rest of my body to fit my brain as best as I really want to, within reason, and that varies from person to person, obviously, Yeah, not everybody's going to have the same exact surgeries or whatever the fuck, Some people may be like, hey, that's too dangerous for me. Others want to do it, but it should be their choice to treat their brain intersex medical condition, right? And that's not transphobic, and that's not beating down trans people, okay? That's validating trans people. And in fact, what does it mean if somebody is transphobic? If somebody is legitimately transphobic, it means that they're ableist, right? Because they're harassing people with medical conditions, and they're just evil pricks, right? That's exactly what that means, is it not? Transphobia is ableism, is it not? Yeah, if we're going to say that transgenderism is a brain intersex medical condition, well then clearly transphobia is ableism, is it not? It's straight up ableism, okay? And lots of fucking, and so many of these fucking toxic women, these toxic biological women who claim that they're these loving mothers, are gonna do the exact opposite with their actions, okay? And they're gonna always incite their cunt entitlements, right? It's basically, if you're born with a cunt, you get to be a cunt. Is that not the society we live in? Yeah, if you're born with a cunt, you get to be a cunt. You get way more excuses and entitlements and forgiveness that you don't deserve, okay? You get way more of that shit. You get way more of undeserved forgiveness than people with dicks, all right? And that's true in the criminal justice system. Yeah, biological women, maybe it's true of trans women too, I don't know, but and women in general, okay? In general, women get way less prison time than men do for the same exact crime, and while having the same exact criminal history, So yeah, all factors equal, men get way more prison time than women, like 63% or some shit, 63% if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's like some kind of really high number. It's a really high number, man. It is. All right. So, and plus, it's like people just apparently are supposed to assume that you're some kind, loving person because of your cunt. Because, oh, if you have a cunt, you must be a kind, loving woman, empath mother because of motherhood. Oh, wait, but mothers actually abuse and kill their children more than fathers do. And when women act like evil cunts, we're told what? Oh, it's just because of her cunt. It's because of her female biology. You got to cut her all this slack and just let it go and act like it's no big deal because you just got to show her some empathy, man. Okay, well, hang on a minute. I thought that having a cunt meant that you were supposed to be this kind, loving mother, but then I'm told the opposite. When they want to act like a cunt, they told, oh, it's because of my cunt. It's because it's because of my female biology. Okay, so first we're told female biology makes women amazing, and then we're told that female biology makes women crazy bitches. That's what we get told both. Like, and it's like, what the hell? Which one is it? Which one is it? Which one is it? All right. I mean, it's just so fucked up, man. It's so fucked up. And I never said that all biological women do this. Of course, there are a significant amount of biological women who are not evil cunts and who are actually legitimately good people. Okay, so I'm not gonna paint with too broad of a brush here. Okay, I'm only talking about, specifically, toxic bio women, okay, toxic cunt monkeys, whatever you want to call them, man. I don't know. Specifically, those people. I mean, it's like, what the hell? So you're gonna complain about something and then ableistically harass people who don't have what you're complaining about having because they have medical problems? You disgusting cunt face. I mean, what the hell? You know. This is just so fucked up, man. This is so fucked up. I mean, the last video I did on this topic was obviously very unpopular, but it just needs to be said, all right? People need to stand up and protest all this bullshit, okay? And this is just one of many examples of some fucked up shit that happens in our society that gets largely overlooked and ignored. You know what I mean? We're just constantly told completely different things about women, and we're supposed to just act like it's no big deal. Well, what the fuck, I think it's dumb. I think that these cunt entitlements make no fucking sense. How about you just, I don't know, judge people by the content of their character, not by the content of their genitals? Yeah, I don't care what your genitals are. All I care about is what your intentions are and what you actually do, I mean, yeah, as long as you at least intentionally try to do good and try to do the right thing, that's all I really care about, I don't care about your fucking genitals, all right? I don't really care about whether or not you have a cunt. That's not really a relevant factor in whether or not I guess you could say, think you're a good or bad person, It's more about your intentions and your actions. Yeah, what you intentionally do, your intentions and your actions is what I'm more concerned about, And clearly, a significant percentage of women are toxic bitches who do not have good intentions. How the fuck can you have good intentions when you complain about something and then beat down and harass people with medical problems who don't have what you're complaining about having? You disgusting cunt face cunt, okay? And if you're not going to turn a leaf, if you're not going to, I guess, change for the better, even after all this, even after you've heard all this shit me say in this video, even now, after you've heard me explain it to you very clearly why it's wrong to do this shit, if you're still not going to turn your leaf, then fuck you, all right? You deserve way worse than to me say mean words to you, okay? Me calling you a cunt a million times, that's not even close. That's not even close to what you deserve. I could not possibly say enough cuss words to you to give you, I guess, like an adequate punishment for your crimes. Yeah, I cannot possibly say enough cuss words to adequately punish you for your crimes. That's how much of an intentionally and unremorsefully evil cunt you are, all right? Like, is that not true? Okay, that is true. You fucking intentionally, unremorsefully evil cunt, That's the thing, man. Like, it's not like these people are, I guess, sorry for their crimes and they're changing for the better. No, these people are going to be like adults, who do this shit all the time, right? These people, even when they're well into adulthood, even when they're like, in their 40s, 50s, 60s on up, they've had all this time and experience to, I guess, reflect and see their error in their ways and change for better. Even after all that time, they're still going to continually to justify doing this evil shit, and they're not going to change their actions. They're not going to change for better. They're going to, like, intentionally and continually do this bullshit to people, and I think they're just wrong and terrible, and they deserve way worse than me saying a bunch of cuss words on YouTube, on my fucking small radio talk show, my YouTube radio talk show. Yeah, I have like, 81 subscribers last time I checked. My videos don't get that many views. Okay, yeah, me saying a bunch of mean words on my fucking YouTube radio talk show, that's not shit. That's not even close to what they deserve. They deserve way worse than me saying this shit on my small fucking YouTube channel, YouTube radio talk show, okay? Like, they deserve worse than this. They deserve worse than some fucking small-time YouTuber, radio talk show host saying bad words to them that might hurt their feelings. They deserve, like, so much worse than this. They deserve worse, okay? I cannot possibly just punish these people enough. I cannot possibly say enough cuss words to adequately punish them for their crimes, They deserve, like, so much worse than anything I've ever said in this video. That they deserve so much worse. Do you not realize that? I mean, to target, people with medical conditions and a high suicide rate because they don't have what you're complaining about having, that's pathetic, all right? It's pathetic to target and harass marginalized minority groups with medical conditions and a fucking high suicide rate, all because they don't have what you're complaining about having. Why the fuck would you do that? Why the fuck would you do this bullshit to people? You fucking cunt, all right? You target handicapped people with medical problems because they don't have what you're complaining about having. You fucking cunt face. And don't you dare play the victim and act like I'm some kind of asshole because I said mean words on my, tiny fucking radio talk show on YouTube. Okay, there's nothing I said in this video that's even remotely adequate punishment for your crimes. Okay, I have not given you what you deserve. I have not even remotely adequately punished you for your crimes. Me saying these mean words is not even close to what you deserve. Like, you deserve so much more punishment than what I have offered here on my tiny YouTube radio talk show. You deserve way more, so you fucking cunt face. I mean, this is so fucked up, man. This is so fucked up. All right, this is like just so evil. All right, so fucking evil. Yeah. How many? Back to the intersex condition with androgen insensitivity. Yeah. I wonder how many of those people? How many of those women? And I do consider them to be women. Okay. Now I understand that a lot of these toxic transphobic bio women would like to beat them down and say, "Oh, you're not a real woman because you don't get your period." Okay, yes. Beat down and harass people with medical conditions because they don't have what you're complaining about having. Fuck you, cunt face. I for one think they are real women. You fucking cunt. I think they are real women. I would have no problem dating someone with this condition. That's fine with me, And I do consider them to be real women, actually. Yeah, if they have a, female gender identity, and they want to present that, and they present themselves as women, they clearly think and feel as if they're a woman. I accept them as their gender, okay? I accept them as real women if that's what they want, because I believe that people need to be treated with dignity and compassion, I may have a fucking hot dog, but apparently I have more compassion for intersex women than most biological women. Yes, me, someone with a fucking hot dog, alright, has more empathy and compassion for intersex women than most biological women. I mean, is that not a factually correct statement? Okay, I consider intersex women to be real women. I consider people with androgen insensitivity syndrome to be real women. I do, okay? I consider them to be women, I do. But you know who doesn't? These toxic cunt-faced cunt monkeys who want to yak and carry on about how they're these kind-loving mother empaths, but then they're not going to show any empathy or any of that motherly love to people with medical conditions and a high suicide rate. Yeah, how many people with androgen insensitivity syndrome killed themselves because they kept getting harassed by these fucking toxic cunt-faced bio women because they don't have what they're complaining about having? Think about that, huh? Think about that. So if any of you fucking cunt-faced bio women out there, you toxic hags, if any of you want to play the victim like all bullies do and say that I'm some kind of jerk because I'm saying mean words on YouTube, fuck you, bitch. You deserve way worse than anything I've ever said here. Fuck you, cunt. Your words are poison. Your words, look at all the damage that your words have done. Look at how many feelings you have hurt with your words, huh? You harm people with medical problems. You drive them to suicide, okay? Because they don't have what you're complaining about having? You dumb little bitch. Fuck you, cunt. You stupid fucking cunt. Okay, me calling you a cunt 50 billion times is not even close to what you deserve. Again, it's not even close to what you deserve, you dumb little cunt. This is ridiculous, man, alright? I, for one, stand up for intersex women, okay? I do consider them to be real women, as a matter of fact. I have no problem with it, okay? And I do consider them to be real women, even though they don't menstruate, okay? Even though they're not some dumb little cunt who complains about something and then harasses people with medical problems who don't have what they're complaining about having. Yeah, is that what's required to be a real woman? To be a real woman, you have to complain about something and then ableistically beat down and harass people with medical problems and a high suicide rate because they don't have what you're complaining about having? You stupid fucking cunt face. I mean, is that what's required to be a real woman? Is that what's required to be a real woman? Fucking dumb little cunt. Anyways, this video's gone on for long enough, man. You know, I try to keep my videos shorter, about 10, 15. I try to keep my videos like less than 15 minutes long, but yeah, sometimes every now and then goes on a bit longer than that. Thanks, Obama. Anyways, see you around.